It is the most exciting video for me because I get to try all the products that I bought during the Sephora sale. And I posted the Sephora sale haul video the other day. And since then, I did go back and purchase a couple new things, which I think I mentioned in the video I would. But I went back to purchase the deepest eyeshadow palette from Patrick Ta. I just really like the other ones. And I kind of feel like this would be very practical. And I went and got a couple extra blushes from the Glossier new powder blushes. I couldn't think of the name. Also, I picked up another shade of the Patrick Ta topper. That's more of a bronzy shade. It's called When the Sun Sets. So those are a few new products that I picked up. And yeah, let's get started. I have lots of good stuff. I won't be able to test out everything, but make sure you subscribe and follow along because I will have many videos to come where I'll talk about some of the other products that I don't get to test out in this video and do comparison and swatches and all that good stuff. So grab something to drink, you can grab your makeup, and let's get ready together. Before I get into the makeup, I do have a new fragrance here. This was sent to me by Twisted Lily, and this is Liis Celestial Object. I'm gonna hold it here because here you can't see anything, but this is their newest release, and even though I don't own a full bottle of Liis fragrances, I tested out many of their fragrances and I love it, and I have a couple of them that I need to purchase, but this one is so different. This is a gourmand fragrance, and I am not a huge fan of gourmand, but there's something interesting about this one. I'm just talking about this because it's new to me and it's the fragrance of the day. This reminds me of my childhood, and I can't pinpoint what. It is more of an almond fragrance. It does have vanilla and tonka bean, pink pepper in the opening, and it has a fruit. Let me look it up. Quince, which I've never smelled or eaten one. I don't know much about it, so it's hard for me to tell, oh, it smells like that. But it also has rice, incense, paper, tonka bean, and labdanum, and almond. So this it's a very interesting scent. The first time I sprayed it, I was a little taken back by the opening. I felt like it was so almond forward. I know it says pink pepper in the opening, but I smelled almond, like an almond pastry almost. But then there's like that rice note that makes it so interesting and unique. The opening is quite gourmand, and I don't love gourmand. I don't want to smell like a pastry, but this one has that rice in it and incense and just such an earthy smell without being green. It's not a green fragrance whatsoever, but it becomes very cozy, and that bright opening does settle down. And it becomes such a beautiful, more skin scent, but very, very cozy and very warm. And it's perfect for this weather. So yeah, I just thought I would give it a shout out. And I do have a code with Twisted Lily. It is Tania 10, I think. I'll link it down below. But yeah, just thought I would mention this because it's new to me. And it's a fragrance that I've been testing out for about 2 weeks now. Moving on to primer. I don't think I bought any primer. I did buy that moisturizer, or I was sent that Dior moisturizer, which I had on my cart, and then it showed up on my mailbox as a PR. So that was amazing. But I don't think I want to use that. I've already done my skincare. I'm going to be boring and go back into my Danessa Myricks for pores. I am getting eczema around here, and I get it every winter, which is annoying. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is I used today the gel from Crown Affair. If you haven't seen my haul, I think this will be confusing. You can go check that one out. But yeah, I used that gel from Crown Affair and kind of slick my hair because it's not the cleanest. And it seems like it works really, really well. This right here is curling up because I went on a long walk this morning and I have curly hair, so it was just kind of, you know, it was getting there and I didn't feel like restyling it, so I slicked it back and it works really well. Okay, I have two different skin tints right here. We have the Gucci one and the Armani skin tint. I'm trying to think which one I want to show you. I won't do both. I will probably do a wear test on both of these in a different video. I think I'm going to use the Armani. I have already used the Gucci skin tint and I love it so much. So I think we're going to just try the Armani. This is in the shade Light 3 and I have no tan on. The packaging is really nice. I like it. And it has a pump right there, which we love that. So let's see. I think this is supposed to have lighter coverage, luminous finish, and it's super watery. I'm trying to decide if I want to just kind of dot this all over my face. Ooh, that's so thin. It feels like water on my skin. Okay, I think I like that. I like the feeling of it. I'm just gonna use my fingers and maybe go with a brush on the other side just to see how it works. It looks really nice. I love a skin tint. I use skin tint like 9 out of 10 times during my day-to-day life. That looks just like my skin, just a little bit more even. It's so thin. Okay, the coverage is very light, which I'm not mad. I think it looks beautiful. But it is very, very light coverage. I'm going to try to build it up right here. And I will take a brush to kind of stamp this on to see if that will give us a little bit more coverage. Yeah, it does. I usually go with a darker shade when it comes to foundations and skin tints because I do get tan. But I've noticed that I have so many darker shades in my skin tints. I don't have one that kind of matches me normally. And I feel like this is a good kind of shade for my body. Yeah, I like it. Okay, this looks beautiful. Very natural. Very natural. And it feels like I have nothing on my skin. It did build up a little bit, but not like too much. I still find this very light coverage. I think that looks good. Okay, let's put it on this other side. It feels like absolutely nothing on my skin. I need more product though. You're probably going to go through this quite quickly because it is so thin and watery and it doesn't have a ton of coverage. So if you need to build it up, you know, you're just going to use more product. Oh, I kind of like it with a brush. I think I like it better with a brush because you get just more coverage. Oh, I think my skin looks really healthy and smooth right now. Okay, I'm looking really up close here. And this looks flawless. Absolutely flawless. It looks like I have nothing on. Hopefully you guys can see. I think it looks beautiful. I'm so surprised how good this looks. I shouldn't though because I love Armani and I feel like their skin products are so good with my skin. But yeah, this looks healthy. We'll see if it completely sets down. I kind of feel the slightly bit of tackiness, but the product's so thin, so it's not like you feel it on, but it's very wet. So we'll see if this kind of sets itself or if you need to set it. But so far, it looks absolutely stunning. I love this. Just initial comparison with the Gucci. Gucci has more coverage than the Armani. So I will go into more details in another video, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving it. We'll see how this lasts throughout the day. And around my eczema right here, it's looking really good. Around the nose, it has some dryness. Also looks nice. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, this is so exciting. I love base products so much. Moving on to concealer. I did buy 2 concealers. I bought my Nars concealer in custard, which, you know, we all know and love. I'm trying to think if I want to use this today at all. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to use it. But I also bought the Kosas concealer. I thought thought I put it, yeah, here it is. And this is in the shade 3.6C. And I've used the Kosas concealers for years now and had to declutter my last one because it just went bad. The shades always pull so warm on my skin tone, like yellowish. So I always go for the cool tone ones. And I think that this will work. I'll put a little bit right here as well. I love the skin tint so much that I don't want to add too much concealer. Maybe right here around the cheeks where I have some just imperfections. I feel like this is a cult favorite concealer. It's very hydrating. I would say it has medium coverage. And it lasts really well throughout the day. I've been wearing it for, I would say, a few days just to kind of remind myself about it. And it's beautiful. I also see how this could be such a good pair with the Armani base because of the finish, the glow. It just like melts into my skin. So good. I missed this concealer. I have to say it was a love for so long, but they went bad quite quickly. So I just never picked another one up. But my collection of concealers, well, the concealers that I actually use is quite small. And so I feel like I'm going to use this up before it goes bad. Also, I'm going to do another big declutter. I've done a big declutter maybe 6 months ago, I want to say. And I got rid of almost half of my makeup. And I think I'm ready to let go of more, just because I don't use them or I bought new stuff. And, you know, it's just good to declutter and gift them to other people that may want the products before they go bad. And I feel like concealers, I rotate between 4 of them and I never touched the other ones. So I think it's time to let go of all of the other ones. Okay, base looks absolutely beautiful. Should I add a little bit more right here? I feel like I should add a little bit of concealer right there. This is when I would go with my Nars concealer. Here it is. I would just take a little bit of this and add to the areas that need a little bit more coverage because this is so long lasting. And it's a concealer that just works, you know. Just gonna tap it in. There you go. Somebody's calling, sorry. I can see my husband's calls here because it's connected to my laptop. What's all that about? I'm technically challenged, and so he does everything for me. And you know, when you are alone, you figure things out, right? So before I was married, I was doing good with technology. I was keeping up. I could figure things out. Now that I'm married with him and he's a programmer, I'm like, fix this. Everything that has to do with electronics, I give it to him. So I feel like I've fallen behind with electronics because of that. Tell me this base doesn't look so good. Wow. And in person, it looks incredible. This makes me so happy. A good base makes the biggest difference. Okay, I feel like I'm talking a lot. I've had 2 coffees already today, so I'm just taking a little bit of powder for under my eyes. I'm using my Libre powder, and this concealer is quite hydrating, so it can get into that one line under the eye. So make sure you tap that out before you go and put your powder on. But there you go. That completely set it. It makes it last all day long. For brows, I have the Kosas brow. And let's just put this by itself. We'll see if I need anything else. This is in the shade Brown Black. And what I do, I take some off because I don't like too much. So I start at the end of the brow to fill it in and slowly bring it closer with whatever's left. So I don't want the bulk of the product to be in the front. It's just gonna darken my face and I don't need a ton of it. So it's just what works for me. And I can go with a tip. I may take some off just to make sure there's not too much product there, and go and fill in right up here. And I don't know, around here. My mirror is very far away, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's good, right? Yeah, I think that is a little bit more filled, more put together. I may go in with a pencil, just a tiny bit, right here to make some strokes. But besides that, this is good. And if I'm in a hurry, this is a perfect brow product for me, because I could just get away with only using this. Yeah, that looks really good. I like it. Now I will go with a brow product. This is from Make Beauty. It's the Infinite Brow Nano Pencil, and it has a super tiny tip. And all I'm gonna do is just go and add a few strokes right here, just to make it look like it's all connected, even if I have some brows missing there. It's super tiny, but I feel like it makes a difference. After that, I'm gonna take my concealer brush and go over to smooth it out, because it's just a little intense. And I have to be careful with my brows because they can get dark really quickly, and I feel like it can really darken up my face. So I like to just make sure it's soft. Okay, let's move on to the contour shades from Huda. I have two colors. I have Sculpt and Angle. I'm going to use Angle because I'm more fair. I got the other shade for when I'm more tan. This is how the packaging looks like. I will swatch them for you. This is the lighter one, the one that I'm going to use today, which is called Angle, and Sculpt is deeper. And I bought this one first, and I liked it so much that I knew when I get a self-tan, I'm gonna want the same product. So that's why I picked up both colors. And I think they're so beautiful and easy to work with. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go straight on my face and start contouring. I'm gonna contour my lips a little bit. I'm gonna contour here, here, and a little bit here. Oh, let's do the eyes. Why not here? I actually love doing the eyes because it just lifts everything. So, okay, let's find a good brush. This is a BK Beauty 106, and we're just gonna blend this out. This is really nice. It does blend out nicely, but it is not too emollient. So this will last and stay in place. I really like it. I had a question if I like this one better than Westman Atelier. I feel like they're similar, to be honest. I really think that Haus Labs did an incredible job with this release. And if you can save some money, just go with a Haus Labs. The packaging is not as luxurious, but I think it's beautiful. I think they're both great. It just depends on what you want to spend your money on. If you want to save some money, just go this route. I think they're all really good. And then what I do, I go to my foundation brush. I'm not adding anything else, but I do go over everything to make sure that it's set and blended. Okay, moving on to, should we put bronze? Yeah, let's do more bronzer. I have here the Givenchy bronzer in the shade 02, and I'm so excited to test this out. This is how it looks like. I did swatch it, but I've never tried it on. Let's take a fluffy brush. I'm gonna take this from, actually, let's not take that because it's sold out. So sometimes you guys, I have so many questions about my brushes, and then if it's sold out, I feel bad. So we're gonna take this BK Beauty 102. It's a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna slowly start to bronze. Now I love the powder from Givenchy, the pressed powder. I'm hoping that this one will be similar. It's a soft bronzer. It's not super intense, which I'm not mad about. But it's softer than I thought it would be. Let's kind of put a little bit more. and take it here. That's really pretty. It really is. It's soft, it's buildable, it's a little bit luminous, but not too much. I wouldn't say that this is a luminous bronzer. It does have this shade right here that has more glow to it. I like it. I like it. I do think that the bronzer is buildable. I feel like I look bronzed right now. The first time I put it on, I felt like it was quite soft, but I was able to build it up quite a bit, and I'm really liking it. I think it's nice, but I will say it's not blowing me away. I do think I like the Lumen bronzer, I'm sorry, the Lumen shade from Farah Hamidi more. I feel like that gave me a wow factor. This is really nice, but I can't say that it has that wow factor. But it's nice. Again, nothing bad with it, but I'm not sure if it's gonna take over my other bronzer that I like so much. I'm gonna have to go look in natural light and see as well. But yeah, I think it gave me a nice bronze. It doesn't look patchy. It's nice. Moving on. Okay, this is my dilemma. I have quite a few blushes. I have this blush palette from Huda. I have 2 colors, and I've tried this color story, and I also have the peach one, but I also have a ton of Glossier blushes as well. Let's swatch this first. Here are the swatches of the Huda, and I do like the formula. I think it's really nice. I just don't love that super sparkly or duochromy shade right here. This one just doesn't work on my skin. I feel like it ruined my makeup last time I tried to put it on. But these shades right here are so nice. And let's swatch the peachy one, which I have not tried at all. I'm excited to try this color story. Okay, that's really pretty. I have some gel left over on my hand, like around here. So if you see something black, it's my brow gel. Okay, so this is the peach color story that has some pink in it, and then the berry color story. And this shade right here, I think is much more wearable for my skin tone. This one also has that kind of pinky golden shift in it, which I don't like on the cheeks. On the cheeks, I just want more natural looks, but I want to try that and see how it looks like. I am going to start with this color right here. You can mix all of them together as well. Oh wait, we got to take this off. Satisfying. And have a clean mirror for about, oh, I don't know, an hour until I get my brush in there. Okay, that one is actually very pretty and smoothing. Okay. That looks nice. I like that a lot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take one of the shades from Glossier that matches this one and use it on the other cheek. Let's try that. I have to say that in person, this shade looks very blurring on the cheeks. Like the formula looks very, very nice. It is matte. It does pull a little glowy there, but I think it's just my foundation. That one looks really nice. I like it. Let's try the Glossier in the shade Gale. I'm just curious how the formula will look on the cheeks. I've tried this one and it's so beautiful. It's such a good formula. I'm just taking an old Real Techniques brush. This one does not have a mirror, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. And I'm taking the shade here. That's so beautiful. Okay, I think the formula is very different. This one from Glossier is more blurring, and it has that super matte velvety look to it. You can see completely blurred and pretty much set my makeup. It's that cream to powder formula where if I press hard enough, you're gonna see an imprint. which I love this formula. Chanel has one, and that's one of my favorite blushes in my collection. So you can see how smooth and blurred this side looks. Whereas the Huda is true powder. It doesn't have quite as much blur as the Glossier, but it does allow some of the foundation texture to come through. So if the foundation's a little glowier, this will have a little bit of a glow in it. Obviously, the color's not exactly the same, but yeah, the formula is very, very different. I think that this looks very, very blurred. Maybe a little too much for some people. I love it. I think the formula is incredible. This one allows a lot more glow and almost like a natural look to it. So hopefully this is helpful. Obviously the shades aren't a perfect match, but you could kind of tell why I love the Glossier so much. Where's my brush? Here. I just think it has the most blurring, beautiful effect. And this color is a very beigey, natural color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of the Glossier and go over on this side. And I'm going to try to match it and then add a little bit more of the Huda. Oh, I actually like that combo. It's pretty. I guess we're doing peachy today. I'm going to take a little bit of the Huda and go on this side just to add a little bit of that color. And I'm going to take it around my nose as well. I do want to take this color from Huda right here and pop it right in the center. Ooh, I love that. I feel like that brought the cheek to life, no? Even if though I don't want to, I will take this shade and put it on top. Let's see. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It gives that kind of duochrome, unnatural look. So think of this just in a berry shade. That's what, why I didn't like the other shade. Oh, I'm kind of bummed. I feel like that ruined my little cheek. Some people may love it. Okay, so if you like this kind of like pinky, bright, almost iridescent look to your cheeks, you may love this, but I do not. I don't like that. And I know you could mix all of them and maybe that'll give a more natural look. Let's try it on this side a little bit. And the color is super pigmented. It's not like a soft color. It's a very intense color. Okay. Now we're going to take our brush and blend all of this. I do think that a lot of people will enjoy that because I've seen people swatch it and just be mesmerized by it. This is just personal preference. It's just something that I don't like in a blush. And I don't like it around the pores either. I think it emphasized quite a lot of the pore area. That's a bummer. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my foundation brush and see if I can calm down this area right here. Because I did bring it in quite a bit. Okay, that's better. I feel like we can make that work. In conclusion, I think the matte formula from the Huda is beautiful. I don't like this at all. So that's it. If I could pick, I would go for the Glossier blushes. I think they're more unique. They have stunning colors. Let me show you the red one. I'm not going to put it on, but it's just so beautiful. This is the one I was wearing my last video. And it's very pigmented, but once you blend, just look at this. It's so blurring and so blendable, and it doesn't catch, and it's so smooth. Oh, it's so beautiful. Should I add a little bit of bean on top of it? I have puff and bean as well, and I have Storm, which looks insane, like insanely good. Okay, let me just swatch them. First, we have Gale, which is the one that I wore under. Then we have Beam, which is more of a peachy shade. Look how smooth that is. And they feel so incredible. Puff is more of a light pink. That looks so pretty. Then we have, oh, actually, don't remember the name. Burst, the red one. I'm going to swatch it here. And then Storm, which is the deeper one. that's going to be absolutely stunning. So they are pigmented, you know, be careful with these. But these are the swatches from the Glossier blushes. And I think they're so beautiful. Should we add? Let's add a little bit of that. I am going to take just a little bit. And then I'm going to work it into the brush. And then I'm going to add a little bit here. Ooh, I like. And obviously we can add as much as we want, but I don't want a ton. I already have like 4 blushes on. Ooh, that's so pretty. It's going to be such a perfect blush for fall. That's so pretty. And they're just so blurring and smooth, the Glossier blushes. Obviously we have a winner. Now I'm setting everything with Charlotte Tilbury spray. And on top of it, I will take a little bit of one size. I'm extra. And of course, I have to be even more extra and have my fan on. My kids always steal this fan. Always. Moving on to the eyes, I do have the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes. This is the light eyeshadow palette. It's so beautiful. I've used this one. It's incredible. This is the medium color palette. This is a little bit more warm. It's still beautiful. And this is the deepest one, which I haven't seen yet. Like, I haven't swatched it. The other ones I have used, but this is very rich. Okay, so let's do them side by side. Here are the palettes from lightest to darkest. So you can kind of see and compare them. I'll do swatches real quick as well. Here are the swatches. Here is the lightest palette. Then the middle one, and then the deepest one. This color from the deep one is what made me want to purchase it. It looks absolutely beautiful. The lightest one, you can see that it's a little bit more neutral, maybe a little bit cool tone with that one. The middle one tends to be a little bit more warm because of this one and maybe that color. And then the deepest one has quite a good variety. I'm trying to think which one I should show you. I've used the lightest one. I've used the middle one. I haven't used the deepest one. So let's do the deepest one. Why not? And let me show you the sparkle toppers because there's one specific one that I want to show you. Here are the duos from Patrick Ta. They look so beautiful, and the colors that he came out with, I think they're absolutely stunning and much more wearable than the other ones. I love these colors. I swatched them all here. Now with the light, it may be hard for you to see the difference just because the light, you know, is quite bright. But right up here, let's see how we're gonna do this. Like this, can you guys see? Just give it a like if you can see. Okay, the lightest ones are right here. I will say that between the 2 top ones, so I'm talking about this one, which is called In Your Dreams. This is the smoothest one out of all of them. And the top one and the middle one are very similar. On the eyes, they look a little different. The top one has more of a silver finish to it, and this one has more of a kind of peachy, rosy finish to it. Hopefully you guys can see. Moving on to the bronze duo, which is called When the Sun Sets. This is really beautiful because it is bronzy and it does have kind of that yellow in it, but it's so soft, and that gold is just, it's just perfect, you know? It's not too gold, too in your face, too yellow. And that bronzy shade, oh, that looks so good. Now, the next one is the one that I was most excited about. This is Slow Burn. And this one has the most beautiful rose tone topper to it. And then this kind of burgundy mauve shade. This is so beautiful. This excites me a lot. And it's kind of what I want to use today, although my blush says otherwise. And then moving on to the gray color story, it's always on your mind. And I don't know if you guys can see, but this shade right here is so unique and pretty, and it has a shift to it where it has some lavender in it. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so much more unique than I thought it would be. There you go. Do you see that? These are all the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes, duos that I got. And I'm very excited. I don't know which one to try. I really want this one. I just really feel like it's not going to match my blush. Let's just see how it goes. I have so much glitter all over my hands. Those Patrick Ta duos are not for the weak. Okay, let's start with the deepest one from Patrick Ta. I'm going to go with the lightest shade. These are very powdery and intense. So if you don't know this formula, just be advised. I actually love the formula of the Patrick Ta mattes. It's one of my favorite products from him. I have the all matte palette and I think it's incredible. And the reason I bought this one is a little bit for reviews, to be honest, because I got lots of questions about this formula and what I think about it, but also personal use. Lately, I've been really liking keeping my own makeup bag in my bedroom and just be able to do it just in my bedroom in the morning if I'm not recording. And so these just fit so well. They're smaller and I just like small palettes. So that's why I just wanted to get them. Also, you can travel with these so nicely. I'm taking this shade right here, which I feel like it's going to be so warm. And going in the crease. I took some off. Oh, look how easy these are to blend. I'm just taking this out quite a bit. So pretty. Going back into the white just a little bit more and cleaning that up. I don't want to get too dark, which it is a very dark palette. So, you know, we're trying to keep it as light as we can. Next, I want to take this color right here. This is the color that excites me. Just think it looks so unique and interesting. And I'm going to take this right in the outer corner. Of course, they're mowing. And I'm just flicking this out. This is such a pretty color. This is the color that made me want to purchase this palette because I was like, ooh, I can see myself using this. Can you guys hear the mowing? Sometimes I stress about it, and when I go back and edit, nope, there's no mowing in the background. Oops, wrong brush. That is a really pretty shade. Taking the same shade on the lower lash line and bringing this up, connecting and smudging it, and going in with another fluffy brush over. Can we just take a moment for how smooth that looks? I barely had to blend anything. So good. Okay, what should we do next? Should we intensify it? Let's go with this color right here. This looks like a beautiful color as well. Like it's a deep chocolatey color. Going with the same fluffy brush that we blended out the previous color and just smoking the lash line more. Okay, I like that a lot. Might as well add some black in there. The black is very pigmented, so I'm being extra careful. And I'm just tapping it to add more depth. And then again, blending this out. I love this. I think I'm going to leave it here. I think it's so beautiful and they blended out so nicely. I barely had to do any work. The only thing that I want to do is take this lighter shade and just clean this up right here. I'm just using my Victoria Beckham black liner and I tight line on the top. I'm taking Use Your Own Judgment from Hung Van Gogh. This is the gel formula, and I will tight line just a little bit right in the outer corner right there. It just made it smokier. I only do this when I already have a smoky eye look and I want to kind of accentuate it. Otherwise, I just leave my waterline alone, like the lower lash line or the lower waterline. Okay, now what sparkle are we going to use? I feel like the one that I wanted, it won't work. I wanted to use this one, but it doesn't work. With my blush, with my eyeshadow, the eyeshadow has some warmth in it, and I really don't think that that's going to work. So maybe I'm just going to use the lightest one. I feel like a lot of people are going to like this one and get a lot of use out of it. I think it is probably the most wearable one. I'm just going to tap my finger a little bit, take some off because I don't want too much sparkle, but this will absolutely give. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful, so smooth. I'm so glad I picked this one. Wow. That's so pretty. I tap it in the center and then slowly tap it on the sides and kind of up. I don't want it to just stop here. I want it to turn my head and kind of see the sparkle slowly fading out. This is perfection. So good. That is the easiest, most beautiful product to use right under my eyes. No fallout. However, I did tap some off and then went on top very carefully. So maybe if you rub it, oh, I see just a little bit, a few dots. Nothing major. Let's take the brightest one, and I'm actually gonna take a brush and put this in the inner corner right here. I'm tapping it. Ooh, so beautiful. Okay, I'm very glad I tried this one for you guys because I think it's the most versatile. You can wear with whatever look you want to come up with. Warm, cool tone, bright, green, whatever it is, you could add a little bit of this on top. And it just elevates the eye look so much more. Love it. Love it so much. Okay, I bought a mascara, the Lancome mascara. And this is the Flutter Extensions Instant Lengthening Mascara. I don't want to use it because yesterday it like smudged on me, but I will use it. I'm going to curl my lashes real quick. I'm loving the eye look, guys. It's so beautiful. This is a Refer eyelash curler, the best I've found so far. This mascara I bought because I heard incredible things. I heard that it is super long lasting, it does not smudge, and it gives you very long fluttery lashes. So not necessarily full, but fluttery. And I was in need of a mascara like that. I wanted something soft and kind of fluttery and just elegant, and this had great reviews, and I wore it the other day and I had the worst smudging on my lower lashes, and so that bummed me because besides that it lasted really well throughout the day. It held a curl. At the end of the day I still had pretty much perfect lashes. It's just that smudging that was very disappointing. On the lower lashes, I did put my Lisa Eldridge mascara, but on the top, it's this one, and I love the way this looks. I think it looks so clean and crisp, and it still has some volume, but a lot of length, and I really do like it, and I'm going to keep it, and I think I'm going to really enjoy it. It's a mascara that you have to work at if you want more volume and just more length, but it's so clean and separating, and I think a mascara like this will be great for day to day when I don't want a ton of lash. So yeah, I think it looks really beautiful. I will continue to test out the smudging issue that I have. I think it's really pretty though. Okay, that's the eye look. I feel like I'm ready for a wedding now. It's so beautiful. I love it. This makes me want to start wearing eyeshadow more often, which I have to say, since fall has come, I've been wearing more eyeshadow than normal, but I'm loving it. And I think the topper from Patrick Ta is so beautiful and elegant. So that's it. That's the eye. All we have left is the lips. And I did purchase the Dior red lip, and I will put it on for you. However, I want to show you the lip liner from M.ph in the color Tease. This is the color that I picked up, and I think it's such a good, just kind of cool tone color. So I'm gonna line my lips with this first, and then we'll put the red on top. I'm gonna smudge the color a little bit. It's such a pretty color to contour. It's perfect. And it would work with pretty much any lipstick. That is the color Tease from M.ph. And I love it. This is gonna be a color I will go through. I think it's such a classic cool tone color that can be paired with any lip liner. You could use this just to shape your lips and put a different lip liner on top, or contour, sorry. To contour your lips is just such a good basic color. So I love it so much. However, let's show you the Dior Sequence Duo in red. I feel like it's gonna go with my look today. Now this one is so beautiful, and hopefully the camera will do it justice. So this formula, you have to apply it, let it dry, and then you rub your lips together and the sparkle comes through. So I'm gonna apply it. Look at that intensity. Here is the color applied. You can already see some of the sparkles coming through, and you can kind of see my lip liner, my kind of cool tone lip liner. But I'm gonna let this dry completely, and then I'll rub my lips and show you the sparkle. Okay, let's rub. Do you see that? I don't even want to put a gloss on top because it just looks so pretty. Very holiday-esque. Is that a word? This is mesmerizing. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, let's do a zoom in so you can see. How gorgeous is this? It is so unique, and I think the red shows the most sparkles out of all the other colors. And you can also add the gloss. The gloss kind of tones down the sparkles just a little bit. It doesn't take them away. The difference is the gloss has a lot of shine to it. So the sparkle and the shine kind of combine. So you don't see the difference between the red and the sparkles as much. And I have to say, I don't feel any glitter or chunks on my lips at all. But I will add a little bit of the gloss. So see, the gloss just blends it all together. If you want that just sparkle effect, don't put the gloss on top, but I like the gloss. I think it's really pretty. And then the gloss slowly fades a little bit, but the sparkles still stay. Isn't this the most perfect holiday red? I love it. It's so beautiful. Here is the finished look. Pretty much every single product is new on my face except the powder. I didn't have a new powder. And I love everything. The foundation looks absolutely impeccable. The blush, just everything turned out so well. The eyes, 10 out of 10. If you've been looking for a good go-to matte eyeshadow palette, this is where it's at. If you want some sparkles, they're just incredible. I'm so happy with my decisions. The only kind of dud is the Huda palette. And it's just this shade. The mattes are perfect. If you like that iridescent kind of pinky golden shift, you may absolutely love these. And in the berry one, the iridescent is quite intense. Again, I don't think the camera can pick it up just how intense it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that I regret purchasing. Even the mascara, even though it was smudging the other day on the lower lashes, I love it on the top lashes. I think it's so beautiful and dainty. And that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love a try-on haul. It's one of my favorite things to watch. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the better try-on hauls I've done. I think everything turned out so beautiful. And leave me your requests down below. What do you want to see? Do you want to see a video on the Patrick Top products? Do you want to see a comparison between the Gucci and Armani? Just leave me your thoughts down below. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.